When we came here, we saw a person who had just jumped and he was like hanging somewhere over there. From Port Elizabeth. It's day 6 in South Africa, and today morning we took an early flight out of Johannesburg to reach Port Elizabeth here. It was a quick 1.5 hours flight, and we flew Fly Sapphire. And just in case if you're traveling, if you're taking any domestic flights in South Africa, then it's advisable to put the lock and key on your bag, जो काला चाबी होता है, because there have been instances wherein your bags have been opened up and इसमें से कुछ सामान निकाला है. We are here at Port Elizabeth after spending 4 incredible days at Kruger, where we had really close encounters with the Big Five and many other animals and birds. So it was a great start to our South Africa trip, and we are here now. We got our rental car. We picked up our rental car from outside the airport, and we are going to be exploring this part of the country just the way we like it by doing a road trip. And this road trip is called the Garden Route, and it is considered to be one of the most scenic road trips in the entire world. So we are going to start at Port Elizabeth and drive down all the way to Cape Town, exploring lots of beautiful places and having lots of adventures.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive.
Our first stop for today is the Kragga Kamma Game Reserve, which is just 30 minutes away from Port Elizabeth Airport. Kragga Kamma is a private game reserve, and we had to pay 120 Rand per person as the entry fee, and we are doing a self drive tour inside the park. You can also do a guided tour wherein you can get a guide here and then they'll take you around. They also give you a map of the park that you can follow. Till now we have seen ostriches, giraffes, zebras, water bucks, buffaloes. Yes, we have seen all of these animals till now. This park has lions and cheetahs as well. So the place where I'm standing, it's called the Lion Lookout Point, and this is the deck from where you can stand and see the lions, but right now we can't see a single lion. Maybe they are sleeping. And it's a little difficult to drive inside the car if you do not have a 4x4 vehicle, because there are no proper roads. It's all very muddy. The views are nice. Not so many animals obviously as we saw in Kruger. Let's see how much we'll see after this in this park. I have mentioned the story here of the lionesses Luca, Kai and Charlie, that these lionesses were found abandoned by a farmer in Ukraine, and these lionesses were left abandoned by a circus crew. So because in Ukraine they did not have any sanctuaries to protect these lions, so they decided to bring them to South Africa, and they are here at the Kragga Kamma Reserve being taken care of. We have left from Kragga Kamma Park, and it wasn't a very good experience, maybe because हम लोग क्रूगर नेशनल पार्क में 4 दिन थे, तो वहाँ पे जो ओपन जीप सफारी करने का एक्सपीरियंस था एंड स्पॉटिंग एनिमल इन द वाइल्ड एंड स्पॉटिंग सो मेनी एनिमल्स, वो मे बी दैट हैज पॉइंट अस। वी हैव लायंस एंड चीतास बट देन वो एंक्लोजर में रखे हुए हैं, सो इट विल नॉट गिव यू द सेम एक्सपीरियंस। सो इन केस इफ यू हैव ऑलरेडी बिन टू क्रूगर, then you can definitely skip this reserve. But in case if you haven't been to Kruger and you are starting your trip only from Port Elizabeth and you're only doing the Eastern and Western Cape, then if you want, you can definitely drive around.
But take a better car. I mean, take a larger car if you're going inside.
We are driving on the highway, the N2 highway, and the roads are amazing. The views are very beautiful. Our next stop is the Tsisikamma National Park. Tsisikamma National Park is around 200 kilometers from Port Elizabeth, and it will take you like 1.5 2 hours, maybe 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. For foreigners, that is for us, we had to pay an entry fee of 280 rand per person. So we paid 560 rand, and they do not accept cash. So you only have to pay through a credit card. So after paying the entry fee, we got this map. तो इसमें सारे hiking trails and सारे important landmarks clearly marked है. So our plan for the day is to do the Mount Trail, which is a short 1.5 kilometers ka trail. And the main highlight here is a suspension bridge. So wo trail will take us to the suspension bridge and then we'll explore a few areas around and then come back. यहाँ पे लोग stay भी करते हैं, so there are few accommodation options as well. And there are a lot of activities that you can do here. यहाँ पे I think kayaking होती है, snorkeling and diving भी होती है. So depending on what you want to do, you can.
See on my right.
Okay, there's sea on his right side. Before starting our trail, we thought कि हम पहले lunch कर ले because हमने सुबह से कुछ नहीं खाया है. So we are at this restaurant called Cattle Baron, and we have ordered chicken burger and cheese chicken burger, and rates काफ़ी अच्छे हैं. Like this is for 95 rands and that is for 115 rands, which is quite reasonable. India से I think कितना 15-20% ही ज़्यादा rates हैं. So that is a very good thing. और view है ये. Tsisikamma means clear sparkling water, and this national park extends across the western cape to the eastern cape. And we are in Storm's Mouth Nature Reserve, which lies right in the heart of this national park. And everywhere there are very scenic views, very strong waves crashing against the rocks, and people are also doing kayaking over here. This is the trail from where we are going to start up the steps and to the suspension bridge.
Up in the clouds, I can see the whole world now. Breathtaking world, can't believe my eyes. Up in the sky, I can see the whole world tonight.
So as you approach the start of the Mount Trail, you will come across this small waterfall, and you will know कि यहीं से आपको steps लेते हुए suspension bridge तक जाना है. So you'll be walking on these wooden boardwalks that will take you to the suspension bridge, and it's quite cool down here because it's covered completely and it's completely in shade by these big trees, and you can hear the sound of the waves against the rocks. So a very nice and easy walk.
Wanna get lost in your paradise. You make me believe it's real. It's high up above from ground, but closer to heaven.
We have arrived at the suspension bridge. There is a small suspension bridge which will take you to the main suspension bridge, which is that one. And under the bridge you can see people kayaking over there. So that suspension bridge is one of the main highlights of this national park, and a lot of people come here to go and walk over that bridge.
Heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run.
I'm walking on the main suspension bridge and ये काफी wobbly है, but it's very strong, तो कुछ होगा नहीं, but काफी wobbly है. Like when you're walking, तो ये bridge इधर उधर डोल रही है. Great sight, and हम लोग वहाँ तक है. That point is called the lookout point. So you'll cross the suspension bridges, and then you just need to walk to that small portion. That's called the lookout point, and काफी अच्छा weather भी है.
When I saw you walking down that hill, head high and shoulders back, watching you was such a thrill. All that I could do was laugh. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back.
We are now walking back towards our parking. We'll get a bottle of water because I'm so thirsty, and when you're coming here, make sure कि पानी लेकर आए because पानी की ज़रूरत लग सकती है, even though it's not a steep hike at all. It's a very normal hike.
We were running on that open shore, no saddle on his back. I had never felt so free before. All that I could do was laugh. I couldn't hold it back.
We just saw 3 dolphins jumping here, and probably there are more in the water. So amazing seeing dolphins in the wild. This point is right next to the parking area.
I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back.
What you see behind me is the Bloukrans bridge, and you can bungee jump from here. When we came here, we saw a person who had just jumped, and he was like hanging somewhere over there, down there. One point in time, this used to be world's highest bungee jumping, but today I think it's still in the top 5, even though it's not the highest. And you jump from a height of 216 meters, which is how many feet?
Almost 700.
Almost 700 feet.
680.
And traffic passes on it just like any regular bridge. In fact, now when we'll go towards Naisna, we'll cross this bridge. But it looks really cool, but obviously you need a lot of guts to go there and jump from it. Face Adrenaline is the name of the company that has been doing it since 1997, and till date they have not had even a single accident. That should give you some assurance, but still I don't have the guts to go and do it. The Tsisikamma National Park is also the start of the epic garden route, which is considered to be one of the most scenic road trips in the entire world. So the garden route is a 300-kilometer stretch, and it starts from Tsisikamma National Park and goes all the way to Mossel Bay. So yes, we are going to explore the garden route in the next few days.